one of the issues around urban vulnerability relates to building standards and how buildings fall down. Most people are killed in disasters such as earthquakes, of course, by collapsing buildings and the fires that ensue. We know enough around the world for buildings not to fall down, and almost every country on the planet, probably all, has building codes. The issue is the enacting of building codes. They exist, they'll be somewhere. In some countries they're very well adhered to, and others lesser so. They're around, but how do you use them? How do you get that information out? A good example, in fact, would be Shimla in Himachal Pradesh within India. A beautiful, beautiful city. Shimla suffered in 1905 the Great Congra earthquake that killed tens of thousands of people and was a terrible event. Shimla was rebuilt and is a hot tourist destination today and is a great place to visit. However, there is a very strong risk of another earthquake happening. These happen more or less every 100 years, are thought to happen. And so a earthquake is overdue, although no one really fully knows, of course. Shimla, Himachal Pradesh, India has some of the best building codes anywhere in the world. The issue is actually enacting them. And so many buildings are taller than they should be. They break the code sometimes. Many buildings are informally built, meaning built where you put one story on top of the other, sometimes without planning permission. It may be that the penalties paid are relatively low in those cases. So what is happening there, as is happening in thousands of cities around the world, is building in vulnerability. And we see this after disasters happen also, that the pressure to rebuild is quick. Sometimes it's not very well done. Sometimes it's informal. Very often it's done in the dark by people with no training in how to build well. And so what unfortunately is happening all over the world relates to us building in vulnerability.